Suprabhatam to all of you. In this very morning, today I'll be reading from the book Astavakra, Samhita, written by Swami Nitya Swarupanandaji, English translations. From the chapter Instruction on Self-Realization. Janaka said, "How can knowledge be acquired? How can liberation be attained? How is renunciation possible? Tell me this, O Lord." Astavakra replied, "If you aspire after liberation, my child, shun the objects of the senses as poison and seek forgiveness, sincerity, kindness, contentment, and truth as nectar. You are neither earth, nor water, nor fire, nor air, nor space. In order to attain liberation, know the self as the witness of all this and as consciousness itself. If you detach yourself from the body and rest in consciousness, you will at once be happy, peaceful, and free from bondage. You do not belong to the Brahmana or any other caste or to any ashrama. You are not perceived by the senses, unattached, formless, and witness of all are you. Be happy. Virtue and vice, pleasure and pain are of the mind, not of you. O all-pervading one, you are neither doer nor enjoyer. Verily, you are ever free. You are the one seer of all and are really ever free. Verily, this alone is your bondage, that you see yourself not as the seer, but as something other. Do you have been bitten by the great black serpent of the egoism? I am the doer, drink the nectar of the fruit. I am not the doer, and be happy. Burn down the forest of ignorance with the fire of conviction. I am the one, and pure consciousness, and be free from grief, and be happy. You are that consciousness bliss, supreme bliss in and upon which this universe appears superimposed like a snake on a rope. Live happily. He who considers himself free is free indeed, and who considers himself bound remains bound. As one thinks, so one becomes is a popular saying in this world, and it is quite true. The self is witness, all-pervading, perfect, one free consciousness, actionless, unattached, desireless, and quiet. Through illusion, it appears as if it is of the world, subject to ever-repeating cycles of birth and death. Having given up external and internal self-modifications and illusion, I am the reflected individual self. Meditate on the Atman as immutable consciousness and non-dual. My child, you have long been caught in the noose of body consciousness. Sever it with the sword of knowledge. I am consciousness, and be happy. You pervade this universe, and this universe exists in you. You are really pure consciousness by nature. Do not be small-minded. You are unconditioned, immutable, formless, of cool disposition, of unfathomable intelligence, and unperturbed. Desire consciousness alone. Know that which has form to be unreal and the formless to be permanent. Through this spiritual instruction, you will escape possibility of rebirth. Just as a mirror exists within and without the image reflected in it, so the Supreme Self exists inside and outside this body. Just as the same all-pervading space is inside and outside the Jaya, so the eternal all-pervasive Brahman exists in all things. That was the first chapter, Instructions on Self-Realization, from the book Astavakra Samhita. This is a very good book for spiritual householders and also those who are taking spirituality seriously. These have an Advaitic aspect in it. Thank you very much. Jai Thakur.